Thanks for joining me for another neighborhood tour in Bend, Oregon. We're going to drive through the Old Farm District. No, there are no farms in the farm district, but apparently at one point in time, a long time ago, there were farms in this area. One thing that they do have is a lot of water. I will say this is one of my favorite neighborhoods that really is only known by the locals. You know, it's just not a popular neighborhood that you would drive through for any reason unless you lived in the neighborhood. The Old Farm District is an interesting neighborhood to understand because it doesn't fit neatly into any category. You'll find established streets with mature ponderosa pines and older homes on surprisingly large lots, irrigation canal, and remnants of the area's rural past, along with the newer subdivisions and more traditional residential neighborhoods, and you'll see that in this video. The district covers a substantial portion of the Southeast Bend. Its boundaries generally begin around Reed Market Road on the north, extend south toward Murphy Road, and in portions of the district all the way toward Knott Road in Bend's urban growth boundary. The Bend Parkway and Highway 97 form much of the western side, while the district extends considerably farther east. That gives the Old Farm District a tremendous amount of variety. One of the biggest reasons that people are considering the Old Farm District is the amount of property you can sometimes get while still being inside Bend. It's the old neighborhoods like this that had the larger lots. The typical lot today is roughly 9,000 square feet, but that number doesn't tell the whole story. Drive through some of the older sections and you'll see considerably larger properties. There are homes on quarter-acre and half-acre lots, maybe even three-quarter-acre lots. Some of these older properties have mature trees, large yards, shops, RV parking, and additional space that would be difficult to duplicate in any other part of Bend. Then, only a few minutes away, you may find a much newer subdivision with sidewalks, smaller lots, neighborhood parks, and contemporary homes. That's one of the defining characteristics of the Old Farm District. The average detached home is roughly 1,800 square feet, while the median year built is around 2004, although you will find homes representing several different decades as you drive through the district. As of the summer of 2026, neighborhood level housing data puts the median sold price in the Old Farm District at roughly $617,000, with median asking prices in approximately the mid-600s. That's going to put it around $340 a square foot. Keep in mind, that's just a neighborhood-wide benchmark. Irrigation canals is another thing to talk about. So another feature you'll notice while driving around this part of Bend is the irrigation canal. Now, this portion of Southeast Bend has a long agricultural history, and irrigation laterals and canals still pass through portions of the area. Some individual properties may have irrigation water rights, which can be extremely valuable for owners maintaining larger lawns and properties in general. But here's an important distinction if you're looking at property in the old farm. Now, just because a property is in this neighborhood doesn't mean that it comes with water rights. You need to check each individual property. Make sure to ask me when we're looking for homes if the property has irrigation rights or not. You know, you might see a huge green yard, but that doesn't mean it's irrigation water. There could be another source like Avion. Another question people ask is if the Old Mill Farm District has an HOA. So the answer is that the Old Farm District itself is not an HOA. It is one of Bend's official neighborhood districts, established to give residents a voice regarding things such as transportation, development, land use, and neighborhood issues. There are no Old Farm District HOA dues simply because you live within these boundaries. However, there are some HOAs inside the overall area. So make sure to ask me about that. Like, for example, Tillicum Village, for example, is an established community within Old Farm District, and it has its own homeowners association. You're going to notice at the end of the video a shot of the Larkspur Community Center. It's located on Reed Market Road. It's a huge advantage, it's so close. So Larkspur is much more than just a neighborhood gym. It includes an indoor pool, fitness facilities, classes, community programs, and is also home to the Bend Senior Center. The adjacent Larkspur Park adds a playground, open space, and access to the Larkspur Trail. So depending on where you live within the Old Farm District, Larkspur Community Center can be only a few minutes away, easily biked or walked. Head west and you'll also surprisingly close to Bend's Old Mill District and the Deschutes River. It's also only about 10 minutes to get to the Old Mill District in downtown, depending on local traffic. That means you can get to the great restaurants downtown, shopping, the river, walking along the river at the Old Mill. Also, the Hayden Amphitheater is only about 10 minutes away. You're also about 10 minutes to the only full-size hospital, St. Charles, and probably 15 minutes to the new Costco on the north side of Bend. What I think separates the Old Mill District from newer Bend is it's less manufactured. There isn't one architectural style, there isn't one builder, there isn't one lot size, and there isn't one HOA controlling the entire district. I think you can tell that from the video. It's very diverse as you drive through a really large area. I think it's great for buyers who want more elbow room, maybe have an RV or a boat, you need storage, the possibilities of a shop, mature landscaping, or simply a little more separation from your neighbors. This can be one of the harder things to get in Bend, especially on the west side of Bend, where that same property could cost you $700,000 more for the same property. As you watch the rest of my drive-through, pay attention to the differences from one street to the next. You might be able to tell the difference in lot sizes, the trees, the canal, and that's really a nice feature too if you can get a place right on the water. That's really the story of the Old Mill District. I hope you enjoyed it. It's part of Bend where the city's agricultural past and its modern residential growth still exist right alongside one another. I'm Paul Frazier, Mr. Bend, Oregon Real Estate. I've lived here for over 30 years and I'm creating these neighborhood drive-through tours to give you a realistic look at what it's actually like to live in different parts of Bend, Oregon. If you're considering relocating to Bend or Central Oregon and you'd like more detailed information about a particular neighborhood or property, you can find additional neighborhoods and resources and contact me through isellbendoregon.com. So thanks for riding along and enjoy the rest of the drive-through of the Old Farm District. Have a great day.